Hey, movie fans, this is Seen It All, where every week we pick a film, break it down, and have some laughs while we're at it. Hello, welcome to Seen It All. How you guys doing today? If you can
Doing
see,
good.
we have somebody new joining the crew. Her name is Amanda. Amanda, introduce yourself.
Hi, guys. My name is Amanda. I'm a first time mom to a 17-month-old baby. I'm also a small business owner. So, because of those two things, I'm always tired and I don't have time for movies. But here I am. I love Marvel movies. I know it's not, the best thing in the movie world. But I've always I make time for Marvel movies. Ever since I was young, my older brother, always loved comic books, especially X-Men. So when the X-Men movies came out, we were first in line to see those. We are obsessed. So yeah, every Marvel movie that has ever come out, I've always been first in line. I just love them. I love the more modern movies. You wouldn't really ever catch me watching an old movie, probably like nothing older than 2000s.
No
Um,
job.
not Jaws. But yeah, I'm excited.
Well, welcome, welcome. We'll get back to that X-Men reference because we actually watched Ready Player One. And in case you didn't know, the main actor was Cyclops and the newer X-Men. So I've yet to see a good Cyclops yet, like a strong leader Cyclops. Cyclops. Actually, no, the remade cartoon one, the '90s, they made him a badass. So I appreciate them
I
for
know.
finally showing the true Cyclops. Ready Player One. It is a book that they turned into a movie. Now, if you're a fan of the book, you're probably not a fan of this movie because there isn't that much that they took from the book. There's just a few scenes in the book. There was three keys, and then they had to go on another journey to find the doors. And this movie, the door just appeared. So we took care of that journey there. And then two, our main character, he's a little bit built, but in the book he's kind of chubby, kind of like what's his name from King of the Hill, the kid. So yeah, yeah, Bobby.
Right.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like Bobby. I only read the beginning of the book of Ready Player One because I stopped when they went to the first mission and then you had to use Joust from Atari. Was it the 1600 or whatever? And I was like, that's enough. I can't take this too serious. So the book does make the beginning of the movie more bleak and it's more sad, the destruction, war, and all that. So, but in the movie, they just talk about it. But they focus on the what do they call it, the stacks there. So, the movie is based about the OASIS, virtual reality where people can go in. And Holiday, the creator, passed away, and he decides to make a game, and whoever wins it wins everything of the Oasis, the game, the contracts, the ownership, the money, everything. So the goal is for our character, what's his name? What's his name? Do you remember his name? Is Ty is the main character's the actor's name, but what's his name in the movie? I know it's Wade Watts, but I forget his avatar. It's Parzival,
Awesome.
Yeah, I forget.
Parzival, yeah. His journey to win it and have a better life for himself. He goes through this whole journey, and at the end of the movie, he wins it. So let's get started, brother. Go for it.
All right. First off, what do you think who stole the scene? Who or what do you think stole the scene in the whole movie? If you want to go first, bro. Or
Okay.
ladies first.
Yes, yes.
Ladies first. So.
I have to say it is the main bad guy. His name in the
What?
movie Nolan, but the actor, man, that guy killed it. He plays every movie he does, he kills it. Like Rogue One, he was amazing as a bad guy. But yeah, I think he stood out. He was amazing. I took him very serious. All his threats he did them. You know, he's like, at the end he was hesitant to shoot, to go shoot kids, but at the end he was like, screw it, give me that gun. So I think that he stepped up throughout the whole movie. He was evil, and he was the best part of the movie for me. So definitely Nolan.
I liked that
Go ahead.
character, IROC, that was Sorrento's bad guy in the virtual reality. Okay, I'm a sucker for a little comedy here and there, and his one-liners were hilarious.
Yes. Okay. Well, for me, it's not who, it's what. I was actually surprised at the movie soundtrack.
I
I'm not
loved
normally a big
it.
fan,
So
but I
good.
was a big fan of pretty much all the songs.
Every song.
So that's what's, yep, I agree. Yep, it was really good. I actually might even go get the soundtrack. I've never done that, but the whole movie, they did a good job. Pretty much placing obviously the music in the correct scene. So that was my choice.
That's the reason why I've seen this movie so many times, is because of the soundtrack. So good.
That's what I figured. Yeah, it's good.
So good.
I never paid attention
So,
to the soundtrack, to be honest. So that was my first time actually paying attention to it. So,
Fun. Such
all
good
right,
music.
what about a line? What's a good line or quotable line or a cheesy line or a really bad line?
Amanda.
Go ahead, Amanda.
Okay, this was the worst. It was that
There's a lot of them.
I mean, I don't have many complaints about this movie. I really love this movie. But the fact that Parsival said I love you so fast, like he just met this girl and then they're
Yeah.
dancing and he's like, I love you. And I'm like, where did this come from? You just met her like yesterday. I get it. I mean, and it probably makes more sense in the book, but I get that he had to like fall for her and kind of like drop his guard. And I like that there's a difference between the two characters where she's such a strong woman and she's like, I gotta take this guy down. And so she's like, I can't deal with you saying I love you right now. But yeah, it's just weird. Like he could have said like, I like you a lot or something.
Right. I mean, he is a nerd, so he's all, hey, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Game
That's
nerd.
true.
Yeah, so
I
I gave him
guess it
that. I
fit, but it was weird.
But not
Good
only
point.
that, he
I
gave his
agree.
name away to her too. Inside the OASIS, where you're not supposed to do that. I was, how
All right.
about you, bro?
Well, pretty much towards the end when he keeps talking about Holiday, he's like, well, remember Holiday always says, reality is the only thing that's real. I don't know if you remember that towards the end where he quotes Holiday about reality. You probably don't, but anyway, I just thought that was a really bad, cheesy line.
Yeah.
But what else is
I was
reality? I mean, it's,
expecting something a little more epic to finish out the
yeah,
movie, and
yeah,
it was
that was,
kind of
Yeah,
fell flat.
yeah, bad quote, but that was me.
I have two. I have one that I really liked, which is the whole holiday going on when he wins the game. And Holiday's giving you that speech of why he created the Oasis. You know, he starts like, I created the Oasis because I never felt at home in the real world, and I just didn't know how to connect with people there. So I think I really love that line. I mean, there's more to that, but how a lot of people feel and how people feel now. So to me, that was very impactful. I was like, that makes a lot of sense. And then for me, the line that really sucked was show the little kid. He said, "What do I have to wear a sign saying I'm an 11-year-old?"
Oh, yeah.
Oh, like what? That was
Yeah.
so random. It was like out of place. He was just like, "What's her name?" Samantha Cook just came in there and he just said it, and I was like, "What?" It threw me off. I was
Yeah,
like,
that made no sense to me either.
"Yeah."
Good point. What about a plot hole? What do you think was good? A glaring or hilarious plot hole in the movie, if any?
I have a lot, but Amanda, you can go first.
Well, I don't know if this is a plot hole, but I didn't like the difference between Halliday in real life speaking so slowly versus his character in the digital world was a lot cooler. I mean, I get what they're trying to do. He is a nerd, so I get that. I wish he would have been like a little bit more awkward, like like a geek, a gamer, programmer, whatever, that is socially awkward. But it didn't come across like that to me. In his real self was like seemed a little slow. Like the first scene he appears in, his mouth is just hanging open. It's just like, are we supposed to believe this guy created this amazing world? And like, you talk to him and
Right.
he's like speaking so slowly. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else? A huge one that I didn't like was in the real world where um, Samantha and Wade get together, and then they're in this house where they have all the plants and everything, and they finally connected in the real world. And then their house gets raided by IOI, and then Samantha lets Wade go free, and she's like, everyone needs you to save this game. That's so unbelievable to me because she's been dedicating her whole life to this mission. She lost her dad to the IOI. She wants to take down Sorrento. And then all of a sudden, this guy she just met 2 days ago, she's like, okay, you go do it. And I'm going to let myself get captured and have no part, like, not going to do anything.
Good point.
Yeah.
I guess for me, it was just the ending, unless I didn't understand it correctly. The end was, to keep you hanging. It's the holiday guy. Is he an avatar or is he real? Remember at the end, he's
Nah,
like,
he's
are you
neither.
real? Well, unless I missed something, I'm like, they gave us a plot, kept us hanging for me. So unless I missed something, I don't know. For me, personally, I didn't really like that, but like, okay. So are you dead or not?
I think that's fun to keep it kind of open.
Keep it kind of open,
Keep your
yeah.
imagination. The whole point is to kind of think about, what could be or couldn't be, what exists in 2045.
So for me, one I didn't like or was really weird for me is the beginning of the movie. And I was like, I don't understand it. He's all the way up on top of the stack, and then he's doing all these weird things to come down. And at the end, is he's sliding down a rope, and then he ties it up, and everybody's, oh, hey, welcome. How does he get groceries up there? Show me a scene. How we get up there? There's all these people living up there, but never a scene. We never go back to anybody going up. It's only that scene where he goes down. So I'm like, what? How is he climbing up there with a rope? Like it makes no sense to me. So I think something like showing me that in the movie when he visits his aunt too is,
Oh, yeah.
for me was that when his aunt died, when the whole explosion, everything happened, and he's just walking the debris, and then he goes into his van and he's like, Samantha, everybody, they came after me in the real world. Next scene is where Amanda said, where they were at her Samantha's place. No more aunt. He's done mourning over her. He never mourned over her. He was just like, I'm in love. It's like, what? Wait, what? What happened? She just died. I think he brings it up one more time, and he brought it up really weird. It was like it wasn't supposed to be like you killed my aunt. It was like you killed my mother's sister. I was like, what?
Sister, right.
It's like that. What? Like, that's
Okay,
so weird.
yeah, that's true.
Like what? But those
Well, he
are for
found
me.
he found new love, so it healed his heart, I guess.
It's like screw my aunt.
So what about a deleted scene that we wish existed, whether it helped the movie or make it worse? I'll go first on that one. Again, unless I missed it, maybe I dozed off halfway through it, but how do you go from wearing glasses to not wearing glasses?
Oh, that's so true.
I'm like, did I miss it or do we need a scene of what happened? Do you wear contacts? He got this nerdy kid wearing glasses and then this, and then all of a sudden he's all Mr. Buff, no glasses and everything. So I just like,
Yeah,
it
that's
would be
great.
nice to know how he went from that. I mean, I'm not sound stupid. He probably put on contacts, but still, I mean, that's something I wish I would have known what happened.
I never
So
noticed.
that was my right into Peter Parker. Like, what are your superpowers? Anyway, that was for me.
You're up.
Well, Amanda, what do you think? A scene make it better
No
or worse?
complaints. I love this movie.
Huh? Oh gosh. Okay.
I'm easily entertained, I think.
This movie, yes.
For me, it would have been that, like I said in the earlier, I needed going upstairs. I want to go
All
upstairs.
right. Yeah, I figured it would add that. Yeah. How the hell did we go up there anyway?
That's very relevant to the movie, to the plot.
Okay. So when they found what's her name, Kira, and they were at the Shining thing, right? When the leap that he didn't do was kiss her. When they did that, all they did was like, can you dance? Wanna dance? I'm like, no, that wasn't the leap. It was hey, it's gotta be lesbian. You gotta kiss her. Like that was the leap. You can't just be like skip that to dancing. I was just like,
Oh my goodness.
so they never took the leap either. See, Mm-mm-mm. Dang,
So
just
you wanted
saying.
a girl on girl kiss, is what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. Well, all
Everybody could
gamers
have
want
kissed
that,
her.
you know.
Everybody. The leap.
Gamer nerds, they'll take that.
That's the leap that he didn't take. Nobody took it either. So they couldn't get the key. All right.
All right. Anyway, so would you stream it or scream it? Was it good or not? For me, from a gamer point of view, yes. Me being gamer for so many years and looking at all this stuff and even the graphics now, the special effects, I'm not used to all that. But as a gamer point of view, yes, I would watch that, especially when it shows different characters, the Iron Giant, Halo, Spartans, and all that stuff. From a gamer point of view, yes. So, but from a non-gamer, no. I probably couldn't sit through half of that movie. But I am a gamer, so yes, I would stream it. Yes, I would recommend it.
I agree. And I wouldn't even call myself much of a gamer. Growing up, we did have all the consoles and all the games, but my cousins and my brother never let me play, so I was just watching in the background. So I know about them, but I wouldn't call myself a gamer, but I do love all the references, all the 80s references, Duran
Yeah,
Duran, all of that. Even
Pac-Man and
Batman's in there, which is awesome. So I geek out all the references. So yeah, definitely stream it. I also love that it's really so relatable. So you were talking about Richard about the main character that you didn't like him, which I feel like I was influenced by you, and I always felt like yeah, he, not crazy about him, but rewatching this movie, I think he really fits because he really sells it that he's kind of a nerd and he's in the real world you know, he's living in the stacks, and
right.
I love that this world now, being a mom, I kind of am so conscious about saving our world and not having all this trash, not letting it crumble, and kind of like the beginning of the movie kind of reminded me of Wall-E, where everyone's just like living on trash. The
Yeah,
Disney Pixar
yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
In the
good movie.
future where we're just in virtual reality. And I think it's so relatable because unfortunately sometimes like we don't really think about where does our trash go or how can we conserve more water, things like that. So I think this movie really touched on a lot of those topics and made it feel like you're really in there. And also the fact that like now we're so surrounded by social media and being online all the time, and
Right.
especially now AI, it's like we can't
AI,
escape
yeah.
it. Now, that's also so relatable too, that we see them getting into this world that we also, that's the steps that we're going to be going towards very soon.
That's good. That's good.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
never thought about
I would
that
stream
actually.
it.
I would stream it too, man. I really like the movie. I like how Steven Spielberg read that book and he was like, "No, let me change it." And I like all the changes he did. I didn't like the changes he did in Catch Me If You Can, but I did love the other changes he did here. It was more relatable. Like a lot of people, a lot of this generation won't be able to be like Atari Joust. Like nobody gets that. No, and some of the games in the book, I don't even know. So I think he did a great choice. I am very biased about the main actor because he never did anything with Cyclops. So I'm always going to hate on that. I'm a Cyclops fan, but everything in that movie was really well done. Like you said, the soundtrack, the main bad guy. Even I wasn't a fan of him. What's his name? TJ Miller. Even though he's weird now and nobody likes him, Mr. IROC. He was
So
good in
funny.
that movie. Oh, that was you. Yeah. So no, I would stream it. It was a really good movie, and definitely listen to the soundtrack. Don't have it on mute or don't listen. You have to listen to that movie. You have to. The whole soundtrack's amazing. So yeah, stream it. Yeah.
So you think then the whole movie, the whole vibe check, do you think it was throughout the whole movie from gamer world to back and forth For me personally, it was hard for me at the beginning because I'm like, what am I watching here? An animation, cartoon, or video game? And then all of a sudden they go back to real world. So for me at the beginning of the movie, I didn't have that vibe check between both worlds towards the end, where finally, I get a better picture of what's going on. And so I didn't get it at first, but like you said, you gotta watch the whole movie, you got the whole, the soundtrack and all the plot. So it wasn't until towards the end I finally got the vibe check of everything that he was trying to explain. So yes, in the end, yes, it worked for me. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not.
I mean, I loved how you were just so into this mission this entire time while they're planting little seeds of this main character falling for this girl. And then you start getting introduced to all his friends. And then by the end, I mean, I was tearing up a little because it's like you're so desperate. They've all been wanting this
Right.
all 3 keys for so long, and so many people have been working on it, and then finally, you feel like you're one of the friends watching in this world. Oh, and then I love how in the end, everybody came together to help them. I just, I love that. I, get emotional because it's I love that community feeling that we're all fighting for one thing, and we're all together no matter what, no matter who you are, whatever race, whatever you are, we can come together to accomplish this one thing. And then when they finally get it, it's like you really feel that. So, yes. Yes on the vibe check.
Okay.
But for me, no on the vibe. I loved it, but I just feel like there is so much happening that even though the movie's 2 hours, it was rushed.
Yeah.
It was rushed. There's so many things, like I said, like him not mourning for his man, just falling in love with
This is
the actress right away, like all this stuff is just I just felt like it was rushed, rushed, rushed. Sometimes that emotion is there and then it's gone because you have to move on to that scene. So I think the movie would, even though it's long, it would been better a little bit longer, maybe 215, 230 hours, something like that, where it just didn't feel so rushed. And then two, the buy check sometimes I have this thing, I don't know why, but with CGI, for some reason, a lot of characters in CGI when they're talking, it throws me off because the CGI characters, like how you and I talk, we're just chilling here, but CGI characters, they always have to be doing something with their hand. They can't stay still. So if you watch the movie, like almost every character sometimes when they're talking, they're
right.
all
They're
like
always
doing
moving.
something. They're like,
Yeah.
or the hair has to be, and I'm like, that's not necessary. Like, we get it, we get it. But also at the same time, this is one of the movies that did that a lot, but also didn't. There's a lot of scenes where, it's actually, I'm like, oh wow, they're not actually moving their hands or their hair or like clothes aren't like doing something. So I was like, they broke and then did it, like so it threw me off sometimes. But that's my only thing. That's just a CGI thing that I just look at all movies like why. But I just felt it was rushed some of the stuff, so sometimes it threw me off with the vibes. So for me, it is a lot of the vibes, but not all.
I would
So that
disagree
kind of
with I mean, do we really need to see him mourning over his aunt?
Yes. Yeah. So this is what I can relate to him more. I could be like, all right, I feel for you. I forgive you for ruining Cyclops. All right.
so that being said, would you have a different ending? Would you change the ending or not? I'm gonna go first on that one because towards the end, obviously, when the guy gets his gun, give me that gun, he goes towards, and then all these people bunch up. I mean, literally, two people can jump him, steal his gun, but pulls out the gun, everybody backs up. I'm like, are you kidding me? Really? If they really want to save this guy, I would think,
He
people would
wasn't
jump him.
even holding it threateningly. He's just like,
Not, I'm like, really? What? I don't even know what's a PG-13, but anyway, so I'm like, maybe they don't want to have some death or him shooting around. But I would change that ending. That was
yeah,
just,
I would agree with that.
yeah, that
It
was
was
just
kind of
cheesy.
lame.
Lame. I would change that ending. I don't know to what, but get rid of that gun scene.
Yeah, maybe
Or at
just
least shoot something.
like one last they think they're at the finish line and one last battle, maybe he would have shot at someone's foot or something, you
Right.
know.
or even out in the air or
Mm-hmm.
something.
Mm-hmm. I would say besides that, I loved the ending. I love how the voiceover where they're talking about how the five of them took over and just a little montage of the world now. And I just love the fact that he said that they are forcing everyone to take 2 days off of the virtual
Oh
reality.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
like best.
that was good. I do agree with that. Yes.
I have two. I would so prior you haven't been on these reviews with us, Amanda, but prior Amber has stated that Steven Spielberg has not done a strong woman in the movies. So I think that Samantha Cook was his closest, and I feel like as Artemis, I think in the book, what's his name? Parzival drops off from the scoreboard and she's up there as there. So I think they should have done a scene like that to show that she's still strong. She's she's still going for her mission. And I think they should have deleted that part where you said it was like, you go save you, let me save you. I'm gonna get caught. I think that ruined it because she was still a big part of the movie, trying to save, like she stayed back in those little prison things. She wanted to break down that orb shield. She did a lot. So she was really strong. And I think that made her a little bit weak right there. So I think that
Mhm.
removing that scene and adding more scenes of her winning and doing, being better than Parzival would have been better.
Good point. So yeah, I didn't think about that whole women. Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I missed anything. Anybody else had any further comments, suggestions on the movie or overall?
So what did you think about the plot though? What did you think about the whole movie? Like, I know Amanda was saying like, we're getting there, but what did you think about it? Where the real world sucks and we're gonna go, we created this world to get away from the real world, and now even though it sucks, we should still focus on on the real world, make that more important. Did you like that whole plot, or was that just you were too focused on all the Easter eggs of the video games, seeing like Leonardo, the turtles, and all that?
I love the Easter eggs and the music. It's hard to think about any plot when I'm just like blasted with all these amazing references. But what was the question?
The whole plot of the movie, did you like that? I know there was, like I said, there were like the main plot was we're stuck in this virtual reality and we need to focus on the real world, the young generation. So if you saw them, all of us young people. So my question is, did you like that, or is that not a big focus in the movie like it should have been?
I think it's so true how we do get lost in all of the being online all the time. From the minute you wake up, you know, till you close your eyes and, when you're in bed and scrolling, everyone does it. So I do think that we do have to focus on reality, which is like I think that's such a big line. A lame line, but a line in the movie that is reality is real is we have to remind ourselves about, you know, real life connections.
I agree. It does do real life connections now with AI, as you mentioned earlier, social media and everything, and them using the actual, the goggles, because that's what we've been trying to push with what's it called, Meta from Facebook, but they try to get it into the virtual reality. So I like how they did that, because it is true that's what we're heading towards now is AI and more reality and passing, the old school gamers and everything. So I liked it. To answer your question, yes, like the whole idea and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, same here. I liked. I think it was enough of the real world and the fake world, the virtual reality, that you got the plot and you got to see what it is. So I think it was. I really liked the movie. Like I said, stream it if you can. Focus on the soundtrack and the visuals, and there's a lot of Easter eggs here. So I think there's probably somebody out there who's done a video on all the Easter eggs, but there's a lot. And just
Yeah.
to my final the conclusion here is that in the book, the Sixers, which is the bad guys that are, trying to find the clues, they're actually
Yeah.
muscle men in black suits, kind of like the main bad guy, Nolan. So that was interesting that they moved it from looking more human to now just, I don't even know, yeah, just to they looked like cops, like like virtual cops. They didn't look like normal. And then the other thing is a lot of the in the book, a lot of the main actor, the main character in virtual reality, he didn't look like that. He looked more like a normal human would look like in virtual reality, not avatar looking character. But I know we didn't talk about it, but my question, you guys, and last question, sorry, is that what do you guys think about the CGI? Do you guys approve it? Does it stand up to what you think is good? What do you think about it, Amanda?
I liked it.
You like the CGI?
Yeah. I mean, no complaints. Looks good to me.
Yeah, I mean it's like watching, playing video game these days with PlayStation 5 or whatever, and even Final Fantasy, like watching some of those scenes, it reminded me of basically playing a video game. I mean, the reality was amazing. And like I said, it was like me playing a video game. So he did a good job with the CGI. And very realistic.
Hmm.
Very good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I approved of that too.
I'm been half and half on that. I feel like I said earlier, everybody always being in motion, like when they're talking. And I think there was a lot of stuff that didn't need to be CGI, like the whole journal hall, like they created where he goes in to look up Holiday's journals. Like in the book, it was just real journals they just looked through. But in the movie, it was like all CGI, all these halls and then video reenactments. Those weren't CGI, those were like the real actors, but like just there was so much sometimes I think that I don't know if it would have helped or not if they cut back on the CGI, because if they cut back, then you'll definitely see all this. You'll like see the CGI, but if you had a lot more, maybe that's what made the movie good. So I'm on it, but still good. There's a lot of good, there's a lot of good CGI in it. But last word?
I think it made you feel like you're in the game. And especially if
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
watching it
Right.
on
Yeah.
a big screen, you really feel like part of it. And, like what you were saying earlier about his avatar, I liked it because it's makes it so much different from his real skin. And then it's kind of so just like games these days that, you can put on blue hair or blue skin or whatever you want. So I think it's really realistic to games these days.
And then did you guys get that his outfit choice when he went to the club? He was
No.
referencing the movie. Did you guys remember that movie? It's like, no, no, when he with the tie when he was gonna go on the date, and he
Right.
was like, "No, I'm gonna dress up as what's it called? I forgot Baku Bonsai. What's it called? It's something like that. It's very the guy that played
Buckaroo
Terminator. I mean
Banzai.
that Roker. What is it?
Yeah, Buckaroo Banzai.
Yeah, Baku Bonsai.
I
So
don't
that's
know.
a piece right there. But I want to see that because the guy that plays RoboCop is the main actor in that. So, and I like him. So, but yeah,
I've never even heard
any
of it.
what? Yeah, yeah, I don't think it did good. I'm not sure. I think you have to be like a nerd, hence why to say it. But reality is reality, guys. Thank you for showing me, showing up. Appreciate you guys' feedback. Until next time, we'll see you. Adios.
Thanks for joining us, Amanda. Good job.
Mhm.
Thank you.